We are often presented with headlines about classified documents, particularly concerning recent presidents, but it can be difficult to discern the specifics and the true differences between these cases. Today we're going to compare President Biden's handling of classified materials with President Trump's, drawing from specific details about what was found and the circumstances surrounding their retention.
That's an important distinction to make because while both involve classified documents, the details surrounding them diverge significantly. In President Biden's case, classified documents were found in his Delaware garage. These materials included sensitive information on U.S. foreign policy and military affairs in Afghanistan, notably documents opposing a 2009 troop surge. He also had personal classified notebooks from his time as vice president.
So these weren't just random papers, they sound quite significant. What more do we know about the specific contents and where exactly they were located?
They were indeed specific. The Afghanistan materials included a handwritten memo sent to President Obama during the 2009 Thanksgiving holiday, where Biden outlined his opposition to that troop surge. His classified notebooks from his time as vice president contained sensitive information from the president's daily brief and National Security Council meetings. As for the location, they were stored in a worn cardboard box near a Corvette in his Wilmington garage, amidst a collection of everyday items like a damaged box, a collapsed dog crate, a Zappos box, and even potting soil. Some documents also dated back to his time in the Senate during the 1970s and 80s.
A garage with a dog crate and potting soil doesn't sound like a secure facility for classified intelligence, yet a special counsel decided against criminal charges for Biden. How did they justify that decision?
The special counsel report did note that Biden willfully disclosed classified materials. However, it concluded that criminal charges were not warranted for several reasons. Primarily, it cited that he had the authority to keep documents at his home. The garage itself was considered secured, and critically, he cooperated fully with the investigation.
That leads us to President Trump's situation. Some might argue that his documents were perhaps less critical, maybe just outdated Afghanistan papers, and that he also had the authority to declassify them. How does the information about Trump's documents compare to Biden's?
The comparison truly highlights the differences in scope and the potential threat. According to the June 2023 federal indictment and subsequent investigations, Donald Trump retained highly sensitive documents at his Mar-a-Lago residence after he was no longer president. These documents included intelligence on U.S. nuclear programs, defense and weapons capabilities of the U.S. and foreign countries, potential vulnerabilities of the U.S. and its allies, and contingency plans for retaliation against foreign attacks.
Nuclear programs? That sounds far beyond what was found in Biden's garage. Where were these particular documents kept within Mar-a-Lago, and what specific classifications did they hold?
They were found in various locations, including a bathroom, a ballroom, and a bedroom. The documents contained 10 classified as Sensitive Compartmented Information, or SCI, and 8 Special Access Programs, known as SAPs. These are highly restricted, often related to human intelligence sources or advanced technological capabilities. The specific topics included foreign military activities, intelligence briefings, and even a plan of attack against another country. Significantly, several documents contained information classified as formally restricted data regarding foreign nuclear capabilities.
So, we're talking about extremely sensitive national security secrets, not just outdated policy papers. And the timing is crucial here. These were found when he was no longer president. How did the efforts to retrieve these documents unfold?
Initially, 15 boxes were returned in January 2022. However, further searches continued to uncover additional classified materials. Alarmingly, documents were located in his personal bedroom months after the FBI's August 2022 search. The indictment alleges that these materials were willfully retained and that Trump actively obstructed efforts to recover them. This is a critical distinction from Biden's case. The allegations of obstruction and the sheer sensitivity of the documents, particularly those concerning nuclear programs, present a far more significant national security threat.
The differences are stark then. One case involving documents from a vice presidency stored in a secured garage with cooperation, and the other involving top-tier national security secrets, including nuclear data, stored in public-facing and private rooms after leaving office, coupled with allegations of obstruction. It appears the context and the potential for harm could not be more different.
Precisely.
The argument that Trump could have declassified these documents at any time, while technically a presidential power, becomes problematic when discussing highly sensitive, nuclear-related national security secrets, especially after leaving office. The nature of the information, its scattered storage locations, and the alleged obstruction efforts paint a picture of much greater risk to U.S. national security and the security of its allies.
This discussion certainly clarifies the complexities surrounding classified documents and the significant distinctions between these two cases. If you found this explanation helpful, consider sharing this episode with someone else.